Throwing is Mahomes on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Forced out to his left. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dumps that off to Ware. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Prescott, flushed out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses, KC with 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll leave this for Ware. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
And again, it's Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Left. Ace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He juked him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Ace, ace. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. Mahomes now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They give him a gain of 37. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first and 10.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for down. Dallas, 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. The give is to Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release. Here's Prescott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, Prescott. Flush to his right, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 105 yards. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down, Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
To throw is Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Black 58 Rams. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Hey, I'm coming. So.
Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Mahomes to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A nice little juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, Prescott here to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On third down, Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here you go. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. One final try for Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play